Once upon a time, someone did something great. And everyone who heard this story wanted to know who this mysterious someone was, because what they did was so significant. They took 2 coins, 2 tiny little coins, and they dropped them into a collection box. And then, as people began to tell and retell this story, those 2 coins became symbolic of everything that had been given. Gold and silver were dropped into the treasury. People gave lavish gifts, and some even gave their entire fortunes. But amidst all of these grand gestures, no one noticed her. She just dropped in 2 coins and walked away. Now, before we dive into this story, let's set the scene. Imagine yourself in a bustling temple filled with activity. The air is thick with the scent of incense, and the sound of worship fills every corner. People from all walks of life are gathered here. Some are wealthy merchants, some are tired laborers, and some are religious leaders eager to make an impression. They come to the temple not just as individuals, but as representatives of their status or their profession. And at the center of it all is a collection box, a symbol of generosity and devotion. Stands there quietly, patiently waiting to receive the offerings of those who enter the temple. Now, as the scene unfolds, our attention is drawn to a widow, a woman who has known her fair share of hardships and struggles. She walks slowly, her steps measured and deliberate. Her eyes, though, they shine with an inner strength and determination. For her, coming to the temple is not just a social event or a religious duty. It's a sanctuary, a place where she can connect with something greater than her circumstances. When she reaches the collection box, she doesn't hesitate. With a gentle touch, she drops in 2 coins and then turns to leave. It's a small gesture, easily overlooked in such a crowded space. But in that seemingly insignificant action lies a profound truth. Amidst the clatter of coins and the murmur of the crowd, Jesus, the embodiment of divine wisdom and compassion, takes notice. He observes not only what people are giving, but also why they are giving. And that's when we discover the true meaning behind the widow's gift. As the story unfolds, we learn that the widow wasn't merely giving to fulfill a religious obligation or to gain social status or even to impress anyone. She gave out of a deep sense of worship and devotion to God. Her gift was an act of faith, a recognition of God's goodness and her dependence on Him. In contrast to the widow's humble offering, many others are giving to showcase their wealth or to gain recognition. They give because they have an abundance to spare, not because they genuinely desire to honor God. Their gifts are motivated by self-interest rather than selfless devotion. Now, the real question is this: what did Jesus see in the widow's gift that made her offering stand out amidst all the rest? Let's explore a few insights. First, He saw her sincerity. In a world where grand gestures often overshadow small acts of kindness, Jesus saw the sincerity in the widow's heart. Her gift, though small in monetary value, was large in its sincerity. He saw that she had given all she could, not because she had much to spare, but because she had nothing else to hold on to. Her gift was an act of surrender, a complete and total dedication of what little she had left. Second, He saw her faith. The widow's gift was an expression of her faith. She believed that God was worthy to receive her offering, and that her gift would be used for His purposes. This faith, to Jesus, was the most valuable part of her gift. It represented a deep-rooted trust in God's character and a confident belief in His promises. Finally, He saw her love. Love was the driving force behind the widow's gift. She loved God and wanted to express that love through her offering. Her gift was a tangible demonstration of her affection, a way of saying, God, I may not have much, but I love you and I want to give you what I can. As we reflect on the widow's gift, let us remember that it wasn't about the amount, but about the attitude. It wasn't about what she gave, but about why she gave. And isn't that just like God? To see the unseen, to honor the quiet giver, to value the smallest act when it's wrapped in trust and surrender. So my friend, you may not have much to offer. You may feel like your time, your kindness, your obedience, your prayers are just small acts in a vast universe. But when you give with love, when you give from the heart, heaven leans in to listen. Your offering, no matter how small it seems, is a symphony to His ears. So give boldly, even if it's just 2 coins. Thank you for watching. This story reminded you that God cherishes the sincere. And the simple, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that reveal his heart. And remember, when you give from the heart, heaven leans in to listen. Till next time, give boldly.